Peppa the Unicorn. One lovely summer day, Peppa and her friends were having lots of fun playing in a giant muddy puddle. "Look," said Peppa, "there's a rainbow in the puddle. It must be..." "Magic!" shouted Pedro Pony. "We're jumping in a magic muddy puddle." "We have to make a wish," said Molly Mole. Peppa thought hard. I wish. "Don't tell us your wish, Peppa," said Susie Sheep. "If you do, it won't come true." Peppa whispered her wish very quietly to herself. "I wish I could be a magical unicorn." Peppa had always wanted to be a magical unicorn. All Peppa's friends thought hard and made their wishes too. Peppa was very excited when she got home. She really wanted to tell Mummy and Daddy Pig about her wish. Then she remembered what Susie told her. "Maybe I could just tell Teddy," she said to herself. So once George was asleep, Mummy and Daddy Pig had said goodnight. Peppa whispered her wish to Teddy. "Today, I made a wish that I could be a magical unicorn, Teddy," said Peppa. That night, while Peppa was asleep, Mummy Pig tiptoed into Peppa's room very quietly. She put a unicorn horn on Peppa's head and then tiptoed back out again. In the morning, Peppa came downstairs with Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig and George were in the kitchen. "Good morning, Mummy Pig," said Daddy Pig. "Good morning, Peppa the Unicorn." "Daddy," said Peppa, giggling, "I'm not a unicorn. I just really like unicorns." "I think you need to take a look in the mirror, Peppa," said Mummy Pig. Peppa went to see. "I am a magical unicorn," cried Peppa, seeing her reflection. "My wish came true." George giggled. "Hee, unicorn." Peppa told everybody about her wish. "I didn't think I could actually be a unicorn," she said. "You can be anything you wish, Peppa," replied Mummy Pig. "That's so good," shouted George. "Yes, George," said Mummy Pig. "You can be a dinosaur if you wish." "What do unicorns and dinosaurs like for breakfast?" asked Daddy Pig when they were back in the kitchen. "Pancakes," said Peppa the Unicorn, "with fruit rainbows, please." "Grrr," roared George the dinosaur. "I see," said Daddy Pig. "Fruit rainbow roaring pancakes coming up." Peppa and George giggled. "So, how do unicorns get to playgroup?" Mummy Pig asked after breakfast. "Do they take the bus, drive, walk, unicorn scooter?" "No, Mummy," said Peppa. "Unicorns fly." "Of course they do," said Mummy Pig. While Peppa the Unicorn flew, George the dinosaur stomped all the way to playgroup. "I love being a unicorn," Peppa cheered. "I want to be a unicorn forever." When they arrived at playgroup, Madame Gazelle answered the door. "Oh, hello, Peppa the Unicorn," she said. "And hello, George the dinosaur." Madame Gazelle didn't seem at all surprised that Peppa was a unicorn and George was a dinosaur. When Peppa and her family got inside, they discovered why. All Peppa's playgroup friends looked a bit different. Peppa saw that their magical muddy puddle wishes had come true. "It seems we have a few new friends joining us today," said Madame Gazelle. "I would like everyone to introduce themselves. Peppa, you may start." "Hello," said Peppa. "My name is Peppa the Unicorn. I love rainbows, magic, and flying all day with my friends." Everyone took it in turns to introduce themselves. Molly was a magical ballerina. Mandy was a magical shark. Candy was a magical witch. Susie was a magical octopus. Pedro was a magical magician. Rebecca was a magical mermaid. Gerald was a magical star. Zoe was a magical princess. And George was a magical dinosaur. Grrr. "Now, children," began Madame Gazelle, "as there seems to be lots of magic in the air, you can all go on a magical adventure in the playground." "Hooray!" everybody cheered. Peppa the Unicorn and her magical friends zoomed around and around and around non-stop. They all love magical adventure playtime. Later on, Daddy Pig came to pick up Peppa and George. "So, how do unicorns get home from playgroup?" he asked. "Wait, don't tell me. They fly." Peppa the Unicorn was very tired. "Actually, Daddy," she said, yawning, "I think unicorns normally get a lift home." "Dinosaur." Said George the dinosaur, yawning. "I see," said Daddy Pig. "Well then, you'd better hop on." Daddy Pig carried the unicorn and the dinosaur all the way home. After dinner, Peppa the Unicorn and George the dinosaur got ready for bed. "I loved being a unicorn and having magical adventures," said Peppa, "but flying was very tiring. Tomorrow I think I want to be me." "You can be whatever you want, Peppa," said Mummy Pig, taking off Peppa's horn. "That's right," added Daddy Pig. "Today you were a magical unicorn, but tomorrow you can be magical you." "Dinosaur girl," roared George the dinosaur. "Don't worry, George," said Mummy Pig. "You can be a dinosaur again tomorrow." Everyone laughed. Peppa loves being Peppa the Unicorn. Everyone loves Peppa the Unicorn. The end.